Hello everyone! Nothing gets me more excited about the start of a new reading year than talking about all the books that we get to look forward to. I know we still have about a month and a half left, but with how fast time flies these days, I'm getting you prepared now, and trust me, you're going to want to be prepared because the books that have been announced so far sound like absolute bangers. Truly an amazing year for fantasy, and I'm here to keep you informed on all the cool sounding books coming out in 2024. Just a small handful for now. You can look forward to my monthly book releases that I do every month where I'll talk about way more, but for today, just a tiny minuscule chunk of books that I am pumped for. I'll actually be starting to read some of these in December, which is why I wanted to film this video now to better prepare myself for reviews. So if you're not already, now would be the perfect time to subscribe. And before we get into this list, I want to say a huge thank you to Luisa for sponsoring today's video. As we are getting close to the holiday season, Luisa makes the perfect gift. They are a jewelry brand that make the most beautiful pieces. They converted me for sure, as I never cared a whole lot about jewelry, and now I'm always decked out in nothing but Luisa because I love their jewelry so much. Every single piece of jewelry that they make is tested and guaranteed to be long lasting and water resistant, so they seriously never tarnish. Pieces I've had for years still look brand new, and they actually sent me a few pieces to show you guys, and my goodness, I love these pieces so much. They are so freaking cool. The first piece is actually the necklace that I'm wearing. Now, I have so many necklaces from Luisa, but this one is so different from the rest. I love it. It's very bold and crude, but like in a good way. This is called Logan. I got the gold one, but there is a silver version of this instead, if that suits your fancy more. I just love the raw look to this. It's very comfortable. It's a thick, good quality cord. It's going to match anything that I wear, and you can wear it fancy or you can wear it casual. Super versatile. Next is this bright pink corded bracelet, which is actually for breast cancer awareness. I think it's a beautiful way to show support for the organizations. It's stylish, comfortable. I don't even feel like I have it on. And it's a great daily reminder of the strength and resilience of those battling or have battled breast cancer. I mean, what a perfect gift to give someone to show you're thinking about them. Last but not least, I have this ring. This is the May ring in light blue. They have 3 colors to choose from, a dark blue, I believe, and also a green, but I decided to go with my birthstone color. This one feels very girly and petite. It is so pretty. I can definitely see buying this for someone really special in your life, especially for Christmas coming up. And what's great about this is I have a special discount code for you. If you click the link down below in the description box, you can get up to 30% off your purchase. Thank you so much, Luisa, for working with me today. Alrighty, so let's dive in. Obviously, I'll be talking about more books in the first half of 2024, as later releases haven't really been announced yet. So let's start with Fathom Folk. This is a debut novel that is already getting the upper hand because my goodness, they set this author up for success with that beautiful cover. It's an adult fantasy inspired by East Asian mythology. It's set in a submerged city where there's kelpies and sirens, sea witches, just all the cool mythical creatures that dwell in the water. And you can actually see them on the cover as well. It's being pitched for fans of Jade City by Fonda Lee, so already that tells me the environment itself is going to be its own character, and House of Earth and Blood by Sarah J. Maas. Honestly, the cover and just overall vibe of the book reminds me a lot of Daughter of the Moon Goddess. The Fireborn Blade, I'm going to be honest, when Tor announced this one with the cover, I squealed like a little girl because it kind of sounds like my dream book. Medieval fantasy, a main character who is a knight and she's on some quest to find an epic fabled fireborn blade and dragons. At least I hope there's really dragons in this book. A lot of times I notice, especially in the last few years, books will pitch itself as a dragon fantasy, have a dragon on the cover, and the dragons are only a part of the history of the world and we don't actually get to see them. I don't know. We'll see. I really hope that's not the case here because I'm so pumped for this one. The Slain Divine, one of my most anticipated releases, thankfully comes out in the first month of 2024, so in January. Though it is currently sitting on my Kindle, this is the 3rd book and finale to a series that I love by an author that I adore. The Vagrant Gods trilogy, which follows a usurped prince who must master the magic of shadows in order to reclaim his kingdom and his people. This will be the 2nd series by David Dalglish that I'll be a part of to the end, and I am so excited about that. And also it makes me kind of sad. Dalglish is definitely starting to take over a whole shelf for me behind me, and I'm not complaining. He writes the type of fantasy that I love to escape to. So if you're looking for a new series to binge, that'll be completed and is often compared to Final Fantasy. Check these out. The Tainted Cup, the author known for writing Foundry Side and that series. What was it called? Oh, the Founders trilogy is back with a new mystery-infused fantasy. It's a very classic whodunit mystery with a Sherlock Holmes and Watson type feel to it. And it's set in a world which people and animals are altered to gain abilities, and the entire empire is threatened by enormous seagoing leviathans attacking the land. What? Like, if you've enjoyed Subnautica, then you know exactly what that means. And I'm petrified. Oh man, I'm super pumped for this. I love the cover design. It kind of looks like some book you found in some like waterlogged chest in an ancient castle. I don't know. I need it. That's all I know. Alrighty, so let's change genre for a little bit. I have Warm Hands of Ghosts. That's right, maybe you had no idea, but Catherine Arden is releasing a new atmospheric book early next year. This is a haunting historical fantasy with a cover to match. It is adult, which is great to hear. It's set during World War I, and our main character, Laura, our protagonist, is a discharged nurse who becomes perplexed when she receives her enlisted brother's things, but no death notice. So I guess he's presumed missing. So she goes back out into the Forbidden Zone to work again at a hospital to investigate and to look for her brother. I know that sounds very contemporary, but as with Catherine Arden and what she's known for, I'm sure there is some type of magical element to it. It's going to be written beautifully, probably going to be terribly sad, and I'm ready for that heartbreak. Diavola, I hope I said that correctly. If I didn't, I apologize. So I love the little pitch for this one. It says it's a wickedly funny vacation gothic. Like what? I'm sold, but what? This is a haunted house story, and as many times as I've said it, I'm going to say it again. I love creepy haunted house plots. I could read them all day. It's my buzzword when it comes to horror. So we have Anna, who is at a vacation rental with her family in Italy, and of course there's something else inside the house with them, and it's very dangerous. Many reviews have stated this is funny, relatable, so if you don't like horror, this could be a good one to pick up, as it's smothered with humor and ghosts. I have a sci-fi on my list, and that is Ghost Station. This is from the same author who wrote Dead Silence, who is sticking to the horror sci-fi genre they know best, and I'm not complaining whatsoever. I'm really excited about this one. We have a doctor who is asked to go to a snowy remote planet to investigate a death and psychologically evaluate the crew, and of course things go wrong on the ship and chaos ensues. I recently played the Callisto Protocol, and this kind of is reminding me a lot of it. I love sci-fi horror, especially by an author who can make things feel dreary and claustrophobic, emotional, so add this one to your wish list for the upcoming year. Okay, let's go back to some fantasy. I have Sorcery and Small Magics. This doesn't have a cover right now, but Orbit recently acquired it and is set to release next year, and the words cozy fantasy has me very excited. It's about a sorcerer and his rival who venture deep into a magical forest that is, I guess, full of murderous monsters, and they are in search of a counterspell that is binding them together. So it's just like one long epic quest type plot about enemies who have to work together, and I think it sounds wonderful. I can't wait to see what the cover is going to look like. So while we're here talking about cozy fantasy, I'm just gonna slide in Honey Witch, which is coming out summer 2024. This is following the story of a honey witch who is cursed to never fall in love, and the woman she will risk anything to save. I know this is going to be up a lot of your alleys. I'm honestly excited about it because it sounds heartwarming and cozy and warm. Summer is like the perfect season for this to release, and I can't wait to see it in person because this cover just like gives me all the warm feelings. How to Become the Dark Lord and Die Trying. This one sounds absolutely hilarious. It's the first book to a fantasy duology that is supposed to be, well, obviously hilarious, all about time looping, following a young woman who is stuck in a time loop and is tired of defending humanity against the Dark Lord. So what does she do? She decides to just become the Dark Lord herself. Same girl, same. That's like the most relatable plot I've ever heard. That's really all we know about this one so far. It says it will be published in winter 2024, so not too far into the year, I assume. And yeah, I can't wait for it. Fate Inked in Blood. This is the first book to a Norse-inspired fantasy, and apparently, if I'm reading this correctly, The first edition hardcover will feature foil page edges, a custom stamped case, and a premium dust jacket. Like this, that sounds amazing. You normally have to buy like a subscription box for all that fancy stuff. So, I mean, if this is true, I mean, that's so cool. I've actually started reading this one because I did receive the ARC and I couldn't help myself. We're following Feyre, a fishwife in a small village who is a bit more than meets the eye. She's actually the prophesized shield maiden, and the Jarl takes her to become his wife and is the key to like gaining political power. And he unfortunately has a really hot son who complicates things. It's very much your typical Danielle L. Jensen book. Beautiful writing, there is swoony romance, and just like overall, it's really creative so far. Oh my gosh, I need to mention Devin Madsen has a book coming out in 2024, I believe. Oh my gosh, I forget what the title is. I'll put the title on the screen. I don't have my phone with me. It's a new fantasy she's coming out with. I don't know much about it, but I know Orbit acquired it this year and they announced that it was coming out in 2024. So this book, whatever this book is, I'm pumped for it. Alrighty, so that's gonna be it for this list. Like I said, there are so many more I'm looking forward to. I'm excited about every book these days, to be honest. I will be continuing the monthly book releases videos throughout 2024. I will do those for as long as I can because I know you guys love them. But I do hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what 2024 releases you're looking forward to the most because I'd love to know. I'd love to put more on my own list. And before you go, be sure to check out Ana Luisa by clicking my link down below and getting a special discount code for yourself. So until we meet again, happy reading.